I didn't graduate high school, so it was really hard for me to. No one's going to take you. You can't go to college, right? So I had to get my GED, and then I went to like a junior college to study to be an ambulance attendant, which is a paramedic. But and then I worked as an orderly in a hospital for about a year, at Skokie Valley Hospital, which was cool. But it didn't, you know, didn't catch on to me. I wasn't. It wasn't very exciting after a while. And I mean, geez, I did everything. I was a pipe fitter and a auto mechanic. I worked as a landscaper. I drove tow trucks and I pumped a lot of gas. I did I painted houses for a while. I had a bunch of jobs before I ever got into filmmaking. I guess I ran out of options, you know? I tried to do so many things that didn't work out that when I was younger, when I was a little kid, I used to really get a big kick out of Humphrey Bogart and Robert Mitchum and Kirk Douglas and all those kind of fellas. And I really just, I always kind of had this goofy idea in my head that I could be a film actor. And I never really, I mean, the odds of it happening for me, let's face it, were all pretty stacked against me. But through a series of events that were kind of accidental, my sister Virginia, who last year just got nominated for an Academy Award, for God's sake, she was studying. She was studying acting, and she was doing high school theater and things like that. And she had an agent, and that agent introduced me to somebody who introduced me to somebody else. And after coming to New York, I got invited to New York by Sergio Leone. He wanted to meet me, and he said he had a picture that he wanted me to do, and I'd never done anything before. So it was pretty overwhelming meeting this great big guy. Unfortunately, he died, and nothing happened with that. And I went to L.A., and I was working at a gas station in L.A., and I started auditioning for episodic TV shows. And I started getting cast as the thug, or the mean husband, or the crazy brother, or usually something like that. And I was happy to do it. That was work for me. But over time, it started to become much more difficult for me to get cast in any other way. All of a sudden, I was the go-to guy to be the nut. And I mean, in one way, I'm very fortunate and very happy that I actually got into the business. But I've also been kind of trapped and stereotyped.